I want to give you guys a message about things that I love and things that I hate. Let's start with the more prickly side of the equation. I hate liars. I hate being lied to. I cannot stand dishonesty. I cannot stand people that are disingenuous. I cannot stand people who, like, the core of their character just seems to be corroded, rotten, toxic. I cannot stand narcissists. I cannot stand people that strike me as sociopathic and psychopathic. The sociopath part is really just you're seeing signs and signals that there's no connection there to humanity, like a complete lack of empathy and understanding and care for others, and how your actions or how things that are happening around you are impacting other people. And psychopaths, like, there's for the lack of better words, there's just problems with just a disconnectedness with material reality. Like, there's not really logical thought there, or even semblance of logical thought, and you just cannot connect with them. And you can have those things be combined. It's kind of, I used to think, like, when I was doing my studies, like, I was a psychology and later, like, sociology major, and I got my master's in psychology. I used to think that it was kind of a rare thing for people to be psychopaths and sociopaths. But now, it's almost like people have been conditioned to be malignant narcissists, or at least have those traits, sociopaths and psychopaths. And I've heard, it pained me to hear government officials, like, I think it was, I'm gonna blank on the guy's name. He used to be in Congress. The guy was in a wheelchair, and he said, teach your children to be monsters. Donald Trump, and yeah, this is gonna get political because it's August of 2025, the 21st. The Republicans have all the power. They created a movement of people that are just, they're angry, they're toxic, they have toxic levels of hatred towards people that have not in any way earned it. I am not saying that nobody earned their anger. I just think it's misdirected. Like, they think it's all Democrats that are the problem. That's not true. Like, we have some establishment Democrats that I believe fully have earned their anger and hatred. But worse, the Republican Party that has been stabbing them in the front, but they're just not paying attention, and in the back, and picking their pockets for decades. But worse is the multimillionaires and the billionaires that both of those parties work for. And I'm not gonna be pissed off at you for having anger towards a system. And again, it's a system. These are policy problems. They're fundamentally not people problems, not at least the people that get scapegoated by the right wing. And the right wing is a massive organization. Like, there are so many different components. Like, you have the elected people, you have the appointed people, you have the other organizations that prop up the entire thing, and then you have the voter base. And the voter base, like, they just get tricked. And again, the people that vote Democrat, it would probably surprise a lot of you that there are so many people that for a long time now have not at all been excited by the Democratic Party. They vote for them because they are the better of the two options. And it almost makes me sick to say that. Like, I do not get excited about voting for Democrats. It's very rare that anybody comes along that I'm like, oh, that's promising, right? Like, people like Tim Walz, I was like, he was going to be the VP potentially. I like Tim Walz because, like, he's a personable dude, talks like regular people, and he actually got a lot of stuff done in his home state. I thought that was promising. I was not excited about Kamala Harris at all. I thought she was better than Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. That's just based on policy and based on past history And I've seen enough of God. I've seen enough of Donald Trump for 50 lifetimes. He's one of the most horrific human beings I have ever experienced in my entire life. He literally embodies all the qualities of like the worst that people can be, basically. And JD Vance is a hollow husk, morph, whatever. And Trump is a massive liar. And the people on the right, like the MAGA movement, the biggest problem I have with them is the whole freaking thing is built on lies. Fundamentally speaking, it's built on a complete misunderstanding of the problems in this country and who causes them. It's based on a complete misunderstanding and the lie that like they try to say what America is, and it is not that. It is really not that at all. Like, they are an anti-America movement. They want to drag this country to a place that is absolutely horrendous, and we're watching it. And it's even hurting them. I think that's the fundamental difference between me and a lot of people on the right. I can disagree with you like crazy, but I don't want you hurt. I can understand if you got misinformed, and you were lied to. I hate that you were lied to. I hate that you got so much disinformation and so much propaganda that made you so angry at the wrong people and so accepting that these people are somehow the answer. Meanwhile, they do this budget bill that is going to hurt you guys that are on the right, that are MAGA. It's going to hurt you guys the most out of everybody in the country. Rural hospitals, like over 760 of them, are going to be closing. They've gone into a trade war with these insane universal tariffs, which quickly, tariffs are not necessarily a bad thing when implemented correctly. Like if you want to, I don't know, let's say that we need to produce more medical equipment in this country, and we have enough of the resources that we need to build here, and we need to like do manufacturing. You do government subsidies, you do some kind of grants or something. You open things up like, hey, like we need this done. You guys apply for this stuff, and if it makes sense, we will pay for it. And then we will do the tariff to have a disincentive for the foreign stuff, because it's not that we really have much of a problem with the foreign stuff. It's just we want to increase our capacity here. And we want to incentivize people to go work for the American company. And we want people to be able to get paid enough and believe in that company. And we want to support a community around that. Like we're planning on building hospitals in the area or something that are going to need these kind of supplies. And we're going to have, proper storage and jobs that are around making sure that we can have good upkeep of these things. You can do targeted tariffs that way, and that's fine. The blanket tariffs are a problem, and ultimately it ends up being a gigantic tax on Americans. And now we're seeing it. Like he dicked around with the tariffs, like pause, restart, raise, lower. They're really insanely high almost across the board, except for places that like it would be even more devastating than it already is to have high tariffs on China, because they make like everything. And again, that was a choice that Americans made. The Democrats and the Republicans decided on those trade deals. They decided on outsourcing those jobs. And now we're seeing even more manufacturing leave the United States, which they said they wanted to increase manufacturing here. That didn't happen. We lost a lot of jobs in that sector too. Americans are hurting. People are losing everything. They lied to you. They told you this is what was going to happen. This is what it was for. They wanted to lower prices and bring back manufacturing. And prices are up, and we're losing manufacturers. We're losing manufacturing jobs. And a lot of people are about to go bankrupt and then lose their health care and everything. So I'll get to the love part after this. Thanks.